Please.
The first question was, could you please explain the experience of God consciousness? Are you able to give God's consciousness to someone else as you claim to have given to your own son?
God consciousness could be defined in many ways. How I define God consciousness is, as you keep evolving, you come to a point where you realize that you are God. That's what I mean by God consciousness. To me, when I'm talking to you, you are God. But a God who suffers the illusion that he or she is not God. I, for example, feel I am God. When I look at you, I see you only as God, but a God who is probably confused. A God who is suffering from some illusion. That's how I feel. It is possible for everyone to realize that he is God because you are God. All that there is only God. There's nothing else but God. And you are God. The only problem is that illusion. That illusion goes, you are God, and that is God consciousness. That's what I mean by God consciousness. That's the first part, the answer for the first part of your question. The second part is about my son. I have never ever claimed that I had given God consciousness to my son. All that I had done was, I had to land the golden ball. Now I needed somebody who is young and innocent, through whom I could land it. At that time in the school, my son probably was the youngest and he was very innocent. Therefore, I had to make use of him to bring the golden ball. So the golden ball was brought into him. From there it was transferred to others. But I never said I have given him God consciousness. The other part of your question, whether I could give God consciousness to anybody, well, it has to be rephrased like this. I can give it. The question is, could you take it? If you are ready, it's given. That is the answer for the first question.
Second question. Why did Bhagavan not bless the people who decide to go their own way? Because from Bhagavan's vision, all suffering is the result of bad relationships. Should we not bless even those who make decisions which are not equal to ours?
Relationships between me and them is excellent. In fact, they met me a few weeks ago. They came along with Anthony Robbins. He brought them and they apologized to me. They hugged me and they kissed me. And relationships are excellent. There's no problem with the relationship. As they have said, it's because of ideological differences. They have different ideas, I have different ideas. I live and work for 2012. 2012 is no more a vision for them, no more a mission for them. It's not there anymore. My tool is the blessing. They do not want to use the blessing. So there's a total difference between me and them. I am for 2012, that's what I'm living for. I feel that's the last chance for humanity to transform itself, otherwise they could very easily perish the next 50 or 75 years. So I live for that. They have no passion for 2012, they have no belief in it. The next, I believe in putting man and God together, putting in touch back with the divine, which only is going to help him out. The divine has no place in their scheme of things anymore. I believe in the blessing as a tool. They do not believe in it anymore. I believe in grace. They do not believe in grace. I believe in miracles. Every moment, even as I'm talking to you, there are thousands of miracles happening all over the world. They do not believe in it. Their belief is in technology. They maintain that you must grow through human effort. I also believe in human effort, but human effort plus grace. They only believe in psychology. For me, it's psychology plus spirituality. So there are fundamental differences. So there's no question of our seeing eye to eye. As you would have seen in their own communication to the world, that there are ideological differences. Now you can still bless somebody with ideological differences. But if that ideology is going to destroy your work, your mission, which is not my personal work, I have nothing personal in this. This has to do with the phenomenon. Phenomenon is not my property or their property. Phenomenon is the property of the divine. It has come down for a certain purpose. And we have been chosen to help it out and to give it away to the people of the world. So our thing is to help the phenomenon. We cannot do anything for ourselves. What they have started is a business venture. It's a commercial business venture with this objective of making money. And it's not spiritual work. I'm doing spiritual work. This is spiritual work. It's not about money. And my thing has been, there should only be enough money to survive. There should be no surplus money. That's complete. It's a corporate business academy it is. Just like some educational institutions which are there for making money. So this being the condition, and that being antagonistic to my work of 2012, by my work, there's nothing my there. I believe it's the last chance for mankind to really transform itself. 2012 is a very strange event. 3 major cycles are going to coincide. A 5,000-year-old cycle is going to end in 2012. A 26,400-year cycle is going to end in 2012. A 650,000-year-old cycle is going to end in 2012. It's going to be a new awakening, a new beginning for humanity. And we have to make the best of 2012 so that we could transform man. That's why I'm asking the people of the world to help me out with that mission, to produce more blessing givers, to become trainers, to become teachers. I want to hand over all power, all knowledge, including esoteric teachings, to selected people, the teachers from every country of the world, so that they continue this work. And I want oneness to be dissolved by 2014. That people of the world, whoever choose to become, they must become teachers. Trainers will become teachers. And they continue the work. They don't want to do all those things. They want to destroy 2012. For example, these questions that you are asking me, for example, they arise because of their work. And this leads to an erosion of faith, an erosion to 2012, an erosion of the commitment to 2012, and losing time rapidly. We are just 2 years more. For example, in India, 3 acharyas had left many years ago. Every year people leave. We don't have a single problem. Never has it been a problem when Acharya leaves or a Dasa leaves. We keep going with our work. Even today in India, we all stand like one man. This problem is particularly only in Europe. It is not there in Russia, the Soviet Union. It is not there in USA, Canada, or Mexico. It is not there in South America. It is not there in China. China, we have a presence. It is not there in Japan, Korea, Taiwan, anywhere in the world. It's only in Europe. Therefore, we are losing time. These questions mean something which is really not true. They are on their own. Why should I support something which is antagonistic to my work? It's all about man. That's about a commercial venture. Now what they have done has put these questions in your hearts, and you have the right to ask, but what is happening? It's probably leading to an erosion of faith, an erosion of commitment to 2012, and the belief in the whole movement. And if that happens, how do I produce the blessing givers? How do I produce the trainers? How am I going to transfer the power to them? If you're not going to have that faith, you don't have that commitment, how am I going to transfer the power? How are you going to produce the blessing givers? How are you going to do the blessing in 2012? The whole year we have to be working, the transformation of man. So we are losing valuable time. So even as we are losing valuable time, if I were to support them and bless them, there will be much more confusion in the world. Oneness is one, that's all. It cannot be two. We use the word in India, Advaya, non-two. We believe that the universe came out from a single infinitesimal point from which came out the Big Bang. We call it the Bindu.